This is extremely important, fundamental. In a way, you can think of Earth like Earth is like a giant satellite. And the way that satellites are powered, including the big geostationary satellites, which we're quite familiar, we just launched one actually at SpaceX, those will last for 20 years with no maintenance in orbit. Literally, no one can go to them, so they're designed to zero maintenance. And they're entirely powered by solar and battery. But there's no fundamental scaling limit. So just as you can power a big satellite purely with solar and a battery, you can power Earth purely with solar and a battery. Earth is a giant satellite. Because the writing's on the wall for the long-term future of coal, which is that coal does not have a long-term future. And so when one looks at either the establishment of a new coal power plant or doing a major upgrade of an existing coal power plant, when going to investors to get financing for that, investors know that coal does not have a long-term future, so the capital cost is incredibly high because they want to charge a very high interest rate because they're not expecting it to last 30 years, which is normally the length of time that they would want to amortize the value of a power plant. So effectively, coal becomes very expensive because people are not willing to invest in something that doesn't have a great future. The useful life of the battery, depending on how long, what energy level is considered to be the end of life of the battery, is sort of on the order of 15 years. But it does depend on how heavily the battery is used, what percentage of how deeply it's discharged, how aggressive power is added to the pack or removed from the pack. But the electronics can last to 20 to 30 years. And the cooling system, the thermal control loop, can also last on that order. So over time, what you can do is you can add more power packs to supplement the decline in the energy capability of the older ones. They are certainly recyclable, and in fact, it makes sense to recycle lithium-ion battery packs because the material constituents are still quite valuable. The primary cost driver, in fact, in the cells tends to be nickel. So you can think of it as very nickel-rich ore, is one way to think about it. But typically, the cells have about 10% of their value even when they have no energy capability left. I think this is definitely the way of the future, and I think it's worth other states taking a close look at this and seeing if it's applicable to their needs, which I suspect in most cases it is.
Do you accept his idea that he doesn't believe that global warming is produced by man activities, human beings' activities?
Well,
you don't believe that, do you?
So
he's going to get himself in trouble like I did.
no. So